Warriors! The feds are going all in and crypto is going to explode. We were waiting for this live meeting to hear what Jerome Powell, was going to share with us. And I'm about to share with you and break it down, Warriors. Look at all these sticky notes I have. So this is what I do. I was watching the meeting, writing notes, methodical notes around where the economy is going. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it in your hand. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. If I look disheveled, I am. I've been going nonstop since our live hit leg workout this morning, doing research, diving deep into the cryptocurrency space, and helping people all over the world take advantage of the biggest shift in generational wealth. As they're doing, so Jerome Powell, he had his meeting. Now check this out, Warriors. There's 7 billion. Now I'm pretty impressed with this. The numbers are going up. 7 billion people in the world, and only 22,000 people have watched the streamed live from the Federal Reserve around Jerome Powell, the FOMC press conference, April 28th, where he's sharing with you what they're going to do with the economy right now. So I have sticky notes all over the place, and I'm going to narrate. I'm going to show you just the beginning of his video, and I'm going to go. So if you see me looking down, I'm just trying to get as much information for you guys as you can. Now, why the hell would I be talking about what Jerome Powell's saying? Why would this be important? What he's addressing to us, right? Why would this be important? Warriors, what they do with the stimulus, what they do with the interest rates has a direct effect on your cryptocurrency and assets. So I'm going to break it down with you guys. I'll narrate it, and then I'm going to bounce around from my notes. I'm going to show you what the Democrats are eyeing a proposal for your UBI coming, and then I'm going to show you the effect from a cryptocurrency level, what I think is going to happen, Warriors. You're on the precipice of one of the biggest bull runs in history. There's a perfect storm right now. Perfect storm. Literally. Debt-based society, cheap money, money being printed into infinity. The middle class is going to get wiped out. The rich is going to get really rich, and the poor are going to get very poor. And the smart money is running into assets, and they're going to become so unbelievably wealthy that we're going to change the narrative. So let's watch this. We'll narrate just a little bit of it, and I'll pause because I'm going to just talk about my notes and share with you where I think the economy is going.
Good afternoon. At the Federal Reserve, we are strongly committed to achieving the monetary policy goals that Congress has given us: maximum employment and price stability. Today, my colleagues on the FOMC and I kept interest rates near zero and maintained our sizable asset purchases. These measures, along with our strong guidance on interest rates and on our balance sheet, will ensure that monetary policy will continue to deliver powerful support to the economy until the recovery is complete.
So basically, keeping interest rates at zero, okay, at the Fed level, and they're going to powerfully pump the economy with stimulus.
Widespread vaccinations, along with unprecedented fiscal policy actions, are also providing strong support to the recovery. Since the beginning of the year, indicators of economic activity and employment have strengthened. Household spending on goods has risen robustly. The housing sector has more than fully recovered from the downturn, while business investment and manufacturing production have also increased.
Now, why do you think that is, Warriors? They are still sending me emails saying you can apply for PPI or PPI, the PPI loan. I can't remember what it's called. They're literally giving businesses money, handing money out, giving you stimulus checks, Warriors. This is called a zombie economy. It happened in 1980 to 1990 in Japan. They're literally, all these businesses are propped up on stimulus. They're keeping us up on stilts as they're moving into the new quantum financial system.
Spending on services has also picked up, including at restaurants and bars. More generally, the sectors of the economy most adversely affected by the pandemic remain weak, but have shown improvement. While the recovery has progressed more quickly than generally expected, it remains uneven and far from complete. The path of the economy continues to depend significantly on the course of the virus and the measures undertaken to control its spread. Since March, progress on vaccinations has limited the number of new cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. While the level of new cases remains concerning, especially as it reflects the spread of more infectious strains of the virus, continued vaccinations should allow for a return to more normal economic conditions later this year. In the meantime, Continued observance of public health and safety guidance will help us reach that goal as soon as possible. As with overall economic activity, conditions in the labor market have continued to improve.
Okay, I won't bore you with this. So I listened to the whole thing and I wrote a ton of notes. So I'm going to go through my notes here, okay? So what do we got here? So they talked about, again, that he's worried about the lower wage workers in service sector. I've told you that. He said, again, predictive programming, what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind, that he's worried about the service sector, the middle class, right? So the middle class is going to get wiped up. He said we're coming back to a new economy. He didn't say leverage towards technology this time, but he said we are coming back to a new economy. Now, one thing they're going to be doing is they have a flexible inflation rate, right? So they're going to increase inflation the next 3 months as long as they bring it back to a stabilize of 2%, right? We went to a flexible inflation rate last year. I explained that to you guys. What they're going to do is, as you're getting more stimulus checks, you have low interest rate environment that's getting you to borrow, put money into the system, right? We're a debt-based society. We're literally in a debt-based trap. They're going to stimulate you with stimulus money. And as they stimulate you, they're going to increase the prices of goods and services. Okay, so there's two things happening right now that I'm seeing that is a little weird, right? So we're having supply chain problems happening. Do you remember the boat got stuck in that gateway, right? Supply chain management, that's one thing. But the C word caused supply chain management process, which makes products and goods more expensive. Okay. Also, we're seeing inflation. So we have inflation, your gas is going up, lumber prices are going up, and then we have a supply chain problem because of the C word. Okay. So now you have low interest rate environment. They're going to give you some money. They're going to ask you to go stimulate that money into the economy. Remember, we're a debt-based society. If there's $300,000 worth of debt in the system, that's $300,000 in salaries. Okay, so we talked about the 0 to 1.25 inflation rate at the Fed level. They're going to keep rates low. Okay, they're going to increase inflation during the next 3 months, looking for a target of 2%. Okay, now this is really, really important piece, because what does that mean for you? So when they're increasing the cost of goods and services through inflation, what does that force smart money to do? It means people move into stores of value, Bitcoin, altcoins, gold, silver, the smart money. This signaled them to continue to buy into assets. They also said we are not going to be tapering back. They're going all in. They're going to continue with their current pace of asset purchases, keeping interest rates nice and low. And he also said we're going into a different economy, okay? This was interesting. Now, you can perceive this and comment down below. Now, maybe I'm perceiving this the incorrect way. But during this, you need to go watch this video. He said, we've never had a synchronized global pandemic. He said we've never had a synchronized global pandemic. Now, maybe what he meant by that, maybe I'm over-perceiving this. Maybe he meant that it happened all around the world, or synchronized to me means it, like if I synchronize something with you, we did it together, right? He said a synchronized global pandemic. Watch the video, warriors, okay? So he talked about bottleneck and supply. Low-wage workers, specifically women, minorities, are looking at big problems coming back into the work sector. I talked about that part. He talked about digital currencies again. CBDCs, same shit he says every single time. No offense, Jerome Powell. Same stuff. We're going to take our time. We're the world's reserve currency, but we're looking seriously at it, but we don't know. We're going to ask the people. He says the same thing over and over again. He was just on 60 Minutes talking about digital currency. They're preemptive programming your baby boomers, your mom, your dad and grandma, okay? The market is going to go up, and the market should respond positively to this because of the fact that they're going to keep pumping the economy. Now let's learn from Coinbase a little bit. So CoinDesk, so Federal Reserve keeps rates near zero, maintains asset purchases. So here's some of the key takeaways from CoinDesk. The Fed said employment strengthened and changed from last, where the central bank characterized the labor market as having turned up. Officials noted that sectors most adversely affected from the pandemic remain weak, but some have shown improvement, also changed from the prior meeting segment. Inflation has risen, largely reflected transitory factors, right? So he talked about transitory factors, which was, I went back to here and I wrote mine. That's why I write notes for you guys. So the transitory factor is supply chain management problems. And then, okay, supply chain management problems. Those are transitory factors, right? So we're having a supply chain management problem due to the C word. Now things are locked down. You can't fly as much. Freaking supply chain is just messed up right now. So that's what they're saying inflation is coming from, right? Gas prices gone up. Lumber prices have gone up. Your houses have gone up. Your money's cheap to borrow, and you're getting stimulus checks. So it takes some time before we see substantial further progress, said Fed Jerome Powell at a press conference conducted shortly after Fed's policy. Let's skip down here to the bottom a little bit here. An uneventful Fed meeting, they said the same thing, opens the door for a continuation of a risk-on environment where investors are more willing to enter a higher return, higher risk investment for stocks like Bitcoin, wrote Deutsche Bank in a report published on Tuesday. So looser monetary policy, looser monetary policy can also be negative for the U.S. dollar because lower U.S. interest rates tend to diminish the appeal of treasury bonds and the dollar. Okay, let me repeat that. Remember, the only reason the dollar has value is because of our confidence in it. But, listen to this, be negative, the U.S. dollar because the lower U.S. interest rates tend to diminish the appeal of treasury bonds and other dollar-denominated assets. So we're actually hurting the appeal, the only thing that gives our dollar value. So what does that mean? We, smart money, are running into assets. Bitcoin, silver, gold, Ethereum. I'm not a big Bitcoin, I'm a big Ethereum holder, but altcoins, right? We're moving into stores of value. We're not going to let our money just sit in a bank account. As Ray Dalio says, cash is trash. So this was great for the crypto market. This was great for the silver market, or if it's not manipulated, the gold and silver market, okay? Now, I told you guys UBI is coming. The crypto market is about to explode, warriors. So if you're smart, as you get your stimulus checks, if you can live off just rice and beans, start investing your crypto into crypto, warriors. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but I'll tell you what, we've had people walk into our academy, single moms who have more money than they've ever done in their life. This is your opportunity to become very wealthy, warriors, if you do this correctly, and I'm going to show you the way that we do it. Okay, how this child tax credit proposal could give some families $300 a month. We're heading towards UBI, Universal Basic Income, warriors. Okay, this was on February 5th, 2021, and then a new proposal just came out that they're still talking about this, okay? How this child tax credit could give some families $300 a month. So President Joe Biden, relief plan calls for 1 year expansion of the child tax credit. Some lawmakers plan to call for long-term change that would provide monthly checks. For families, monthly payments make a big difference because they'll have money when they need it. Here's what's going to happen, warriors. People are getting so used to living off the government. Let me ask you a question. If you're a waitress and you're struggling to make about $400 a month, would you rather just chill at home and start an online business, maybe just do some babysitting and get your checks, your stimulus checks every quarter, and then get your $300 a month? You're going to be making more money sitting at home, and they know that. It's by design. They're literally working to wipe out the middle class. They're getting you to rely on the government by getting your stimulus checks. It's time to wake up, and I know it's really confusing, warriors. I met with a couple warriors today that it's all brand new to them, right? I understand that. But we can't put our heads in the sand, warriors. We can't sit back and look the other way. You're worried about the WAP videos. You're worried about the Little Nas Nike 6'6" shoes. You're worried about the world ending, all this stuff. Warriors, it's time to become the narrative. God, I'm a follower of God. I follow the life of Jesus as close as humanly possible. If you don't believe me, go to CoachJV_ on Instagram. I literally share my journey with you guys. My ice baths, breathing, meditation, my mindset, warriors. I'm following the life of Jesus as close as possible. I'm not preaching gospel. I'm studying, applying. And what that has allowed me to do is bring freedom to people, warriors. So I know this crypto space can be a little bit scary, and it can be because you can get wrecked, warriors. I'm very honest with you guys. A lot of people are going to get wrecked in the crypto space. Couple reasons. Number one is they listen to too many people. Number two is they don't build a strategy. And number three, on top of that strategy, they don't have an exit strategy. So I'm going to be more specific on what we do in our Warrior Academy because we're in unprecedented times. So not only we're fitness, crypto, and mindset. There's nothing like it in history what we've done, warriors. We have a 120-day challenge, subconscious mind programming around wealth. Goal setting, vision board creation. You work out live with us daily. Nutrition plan, okay? Very little equipment needed, just a pair of dumbbells. We have on-chain analysis, how to pick a crypto. The two most popular parts of our program, three popular parts, the crypto exit strategy, where you build out an exit strategy, okay? An exit strategy like this, where we designed it. We're not financial advisors, not financial advice, just a bunch of crypto people getting together and supporting you, where you build out a sick exit strategy, an amazing exit strategy. Actually, I learned not to use that word. Predictive programming. Not a sick, that is a bad nomenclature. An amazing exit strategy. So thank you to my boy Austin. Thank you for calling me out. That's what we run with Warriors. So we build out an exit strategy. I have my exact exit targets just so you have a plan, Warriors, because a lot of people are going to come sliding up, trying to catch the top. They come sliding down the back, and you have to have an exit strategy, Warriors. On top of the exit strategy, you have access to my portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Don't believe a damn word I say. But who the hell shows you exactly what they're investing in, right? Along with our amazing Discord with news updates, article updates, 1,400 people helping each other in crypto space, technical analysis. You have this, access to my portfolio. I show you exactly what I'm invested in, Warriors. And when my portfolio updates, like today, I did a portfolio update for our crew. So that's just a small portion of our community here. So we have our exit strategies, gold and silver. We have crypto tax deep dive, subconscious mind programming. Warriors, the reason why I created this is to help people create freedom, Warriors. That's what I wanted to do. I come here, obviously no edit. It's not fancy. I don't edit my videos. I'm a real dude who really freaking cares about people. I'll tell you what, Warriors, I say what I mean, but I don't say it mean, and I'm unapologetically authentic. But I'll tell you what, you're about to miss the biggest shift in generational wealth. And the reason why, Warriors, because you've been programmed to look this way at a pandemic, as there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. It's time to start doing what the billionaires do, not what they say, Warriors. Remember, what you're doing is you're buying the news and you're selling the rumors. And what the big money's doing is they're selling the news and buying the rumors. So what we do is when it comes crashing down like a couple weeks ago, we're buying your fear, Warriors. You have to know the game. Why do you think 1% of the population owns 97% of the wealth? They're not teaching you what they're doing. Your financial advisor sitting in there is not teaching you the game, right? Maybe they don't even know the game, Warriors. But is your financial advisor showing you exactly what their portfolio is? Like my silver dealer. He literally is willing to show me his exact portfolio. That's how it should be in this space. I am not a financial advisor. I'm completely opposite of that. I'm just someone who's done well in the crypto space, and I'm showing people exactly what I'm doing. But we don't just focus on crypto. Mindset, building an ironclad fortress against the US dollar, Warriors. So I just wanted to share that with you guys to help you understand that cash is trash. It's out there, Warriors, and you can make a decision right now to change your life, or you can just watch the train go by, Warriors. But the truth is, everybody has to get on the freight train at some point. It's just who's going to take advantage of the physical shift in generational wealth and who's going to sit on the sidelines and cry about it. As we always say, everything's down in the description down below if you'd like to join our Warrior Academy. We also have our meet and greet July 17th, Circle Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada. July 17th, 11 to 4 p.m. Kevin, I will be at the Circle Pool. We'll have a cabana there from 11 to 4 on July 17th, Circle Hotel. We hope to see you there. Warriors, rise. Let's go.